guys, it's Alex with DolfansNYC, ready to get you prepared for Week 4 of the NFL season. Before I get started, I'd like to apologize for a bad call last week.
I'm sorry, so sorry.
Hopefully you didn't listen to me and play David Garrard. He threw for 105 yards and a pick. And you know what, I don't even want to talk about Braylon Edwards. Let's just move on. The 49ers are having all kinds of trouble stopping the pass. They've allowed at least 2 touchdown passes in every game and 3 touchdown passes to Matt Castle. That makes Matt Ryan a top 10 option this week. A cardinal rule of fantasy football is playing everyone you have against the Lions. Well, you might want to add the Cardinals to that list. They're the second worst team against the run, making Ryan Matthews a must-start. This is a first for What's Your Fantasy. I'm actually going to recommend a Raiders wide receiver. Louis Murphy has racked up 11 catches for 200 yards over the last 2 weeks, and the Texans have been absolutely terrible against opposing receivers. If he's healthy, he's absolutely a number 2 wide receiver you can rely on. If you have Tony Romo or Brett Favre and need a bye-week replacement, you might think Derek Anderson is not a bad option. Don't even think about it. The Chargers have given up the 3rd fewest points to opposing quarterbacks, and Anderson is just plain awful. Even if Javid Best suits up, I wouldn't play him against the Packers. He's got a toe injury that could limit his quickness, and the Packers gave up only 38 rushing yards to the Bears last week. And if Maurice Morris starts in his place, don't even go there. It's the same story for Steve Smith every year. He's got a terrible quarterback who can't get him the ball. He's still worth using as a number 3 receiver or a flex option, but incredibly enough, he might be wishing Jake Delhomme was still throwing to him.
You better think about what
Ryan Terrain is a new backup running back in Washington. He might even replace Clinton Portis as a featured back. This week he's got a tough matchup against the Eagles, but he's definitely worth a roster add. With Steve Breston out for the next 2 weeks, Steven Williams is now starting alongside Larry Fitzgerald in Arizona. Now he's been inconsistent, and that quarterback situation doesn't help, but he's worth a stash in deeper leagues. If you need a bye-week replacement at wide receiver, think about Blair White. With Pierre Garçon out last week, White saw 6 targets and caught 3 passes for 27 yards and a touchdown. If Garçon sits again, White is a decent number 3 option. That's it for this week, guys. Remember to visit DolfansNYC.com for all your latest Dolphins news, and send us a question to be used in a future video at DolfansNYC@gmail.com. If you're in the New York City area, stop by 3rd and Long on 35th Street and 3rd Avenue. Until next week, this is Alex with DolfansNYC. Go Dolphins!
Are you ready?